aktualnym odcinku.
Zabieram bogatym i daję tutaj.
A teraz kontynuujemy. Rozumiem jak wy, ale na trzeźwo, na lekcje nie chodzę. Real tak samo.
You cannot be serious. Goblins working with Rookwood makes no sense.
It is rather unorthodox, to say the least.
Unorthodox? It's inconceivable. It's... Ah, Fig. You have a visitor. I'll see what I can find out.
Sir, I was able to search the restricted section while you were with Professor Black. It was a book we were after.
What? That's... Wait. You accessed the restricted section? But how? Thinking on it, perhaps it's best you spare me the details.
Fair enough. In fact, the book was below the restricted section, as it appeared on the map.
I want to hear everything. First, let's have a look.
I wziął o tym gobelinie.
Oh dear. Some of these pages seem to be missing. It appears someone has got to the book before us.
Imperium użyjmy. To się naprawi.
I will
Nie?
need time to study what remains. Perhaps we can still salvage something useful, though it may take some time. I wonder why it was here, below Hogwarts.
I think I know, sir. I saw 2 more memories where I found the book.
Another pensive. Godric's heart.
The man we saw before, Percival Rackham, was a professor here. The first memory showed him and 3 other professors using ancient magic to restore a hamlet from a drought.
Miriam was right. And the second memory?
In the second, they were talking to a student who started as a 5th year, like I did. She could see traces of magic too.
Why those memories? Perhaps this book will explain. Now I'll have to take it with me to London. The headmaster has insisted that I speak directly to the minister about George's death.
What will you tell them about Mr. Osric's death?
I don't know how much I dare say. George tried to convince the ministry about Ranrock, but to no avail. My instinct is to follow the path we are on for the moment and
Jak w Gotiku.
keep to ourselves.
Kolejny szaleniec! Opowiada o smokach. Co nie?
I understand. I'll see what I can learn about the missing pages while you're gone.
Good. Don't neglect your studies. Your wand work is improving by the day. But you'll want to pay attention in herbology and potions. There's more to magic than spellcasting.
Plenty to keep me occupied while you're gone.
You've done exceptionally well. I look forward to seeing all that you've accomplished when I return. Oh, and don't neglect your friends. You may be surprised by how much you can learn from them as well.
Ostatnią rundę? Jak ostatnią rundę?
Is the final round of crossed wands ready?
Big match today. It all comes down to this. The moment that we find out if your training and dedication is enough
Gabriel,
to win.
jak to bogi.
Ready for a shot at glory?
I certainly am.
Brilliant. Are you dealing with a partner?
Yes, Sebastian.
Then let's get started.
Ej, to co Lumos?
We can make this a real victory.
3 na 1 to banda... O kurwa. Znaczy 4. Runda mistrzowska. O kurwa!
Confringo! Incendio! Accio!
Is that all you got?
Stupefy! Leviosa! Stupefy! Stupefy!
You're better than that!
Stupefy! Leviosa! Accio!
Ale z czemu ci tutaj nie atakują? Jaka pura... Ale przecież oni mnie nie trafili, kurwa!
They made a crap's breakfast out of you that round. Let's try.
Albo Gomez. Z rodzin Adamsów. A ci co, zbugowali się? I HP na tym mają. To moje boskie szczęście. No. Ja naprawdę nie wiem, dlaczego walczyło tylko 2 z 4, nie?
You've won the tournament!
Od szczęścia. Dopiero się rozkręcam.
I'm just pleased to have done as well as I did.
And we're pleased to have such a gracious champion. Now, to the victor goes the prize! And so it is my great honor to present you with this simple yet elegant token of supreme dueling accomplishment.
Thank you. It's been an honor.
You earned it. You are a duelist to be reckoned with.
Pokazaliśmy, że mamy jaja.
Definitively crowned the tournament winner. I suppose I should get back to my schoolwork. Wonder how my herbology plants are doing. I haven't tended them in ages.
O, dzień mi trzeba... Ty, zajebiście wygląda. Podrywam dzieło w takim stroju. Patrz na to. Od legendarny strój. Wiedźminka. Co to kolejny kłe?
Shame it's over. I was just getting started.
Kobieta to, że ani jednego czaru nie rzuciłaś, ale dobra.
Hello, Lucan. I'd like to...
Nie chcę ćwiczyć.
This time will be a bit more of a challenge. Ready?
Jak sądzę, kiedy będzie trójnica?
That'd be brilliant.
Wonderful. I'll set things up. If you need to stop practicing
Dobra.
before you finish.
Accio i... Co? Tak?
Keep trying.
A, bo tam jest takiej kolejności.
Accio! Incendio! Levioso!
Kurwa, to się regenerowało.
Accio! Incendio! Levioso!
Excellent form.
Incendio!
Good one.
Accio! Incendio! Levioso!
No nie! A, dobra. Rozumiem.
Accio! Incendio! Levioso!
Jak Lee Sin, League of Legends. Prawda?
Incendio!
That's it. Impressive wandwork. I'd hate to face you in a duel.
Thanks, Lucan. You've been a great help.
Gabriel, nie, tu chodziło o prędkość
Don't make me
czarów.
blush. Seriously, well done. Training dummies will think twice before challenging you again. Even though you won the tournament already, I'm glad to see you haven't stopped training. Stay sharp, my friend.
Dobra, jeszcze pewnie jedno szkolenie, nie? Tak mi się daje. Skoro turniej było 3, znaczy turniej. Walk było 3, to chyba tego szkolenia też? O, jak nie? Droga profesor Garlic, to bardzo miło z pani strony i do tego pamiętała pani, że najbardziej lubi truskawki. Słodziutkie, więc nic dziwnego, że nagle mongole tak z nimi przepadają. Tylko co pani uprawia zawsze jest najwyższej jakości, od lewizji po jeżynę. Mam nadzieję, że moja wspaniała siostrzenica co nieco się od panią opieką nauczy. Lenora wręcz panią uwielbia. Tak jak pewnie wszyscy uczniowie. Jak zwykle gorąco pozdrawiam Eleanora Everlife. Tak inaczej. Dobra, pora na lekcję, nie? Pewnie będą te krzyczące stwory, nie wiadomo jak się nazywały. To ja biorę zatyczki do uszu? Co to jest?
Morning, Professor Garlic. How wonderful it is to see you again, Lenora dear. Oh, here. You'll need these for today's class. A little treat for your auntie.
No, że Mandragora przecież.
Class, please welcome the newest rose in our garden.
Ładna. O, Sebastian.
We do look forward to growing together. How thrilling it is to have everyone back together again. This year will be filled with enchantment and excitement, but the most important thing cultivated in herbology is knowledge. The prudent herbologist is no more afraid of the venomous tentacular than the bouncing bulb. Now then, today we will be acquainting ourselves with the mellifluous tuber known as the mandrake root. Accio. Let's see if we can't make our fibrous friends a bit more comfortable, shall we? First, let's protect our ears. Now, everyone, grip their mandrake by the tendrils and give it a firm tug.
Trzymam. A.
Quickly, take your mandrake in the new pot and cut down the soil.
Ja pierdolę, co tu się dzieje? Co mówicie na czacie? Nie słyszę was.
The soil should envelop the root like a warm, dirty blanket, putting the mandrake right at ease. Reparo! I'm very sorry about that. Yours was a bit mature, I'm afraid. All right then, off you go. Splendid work, everyone.
Pana dziewoja.
Now for our next task, we'll be planting...
I wonder if hippogriffs like knotgrass.
Yes, Professor?
Firstly, well done with your mandrake. They can be rather difficult to get a grasp of.
Prawie mi słuch odebrało.
Actually, I enjoyed it. I couldn't help but catch your enthusiasm.
How kind of you. It seems you're already taking to herbology like a mandrake to fresh soil. Now, as I mentioned, next we'll be planting dittany. Let us find you some seeds.
I already have some, Professor. Picked them up in Hogsmeade.
You visited the Magic Neep. Wonderful! A prepared student is bound to bloom. I've arranged for you to have your own potting table here in the classroom. Wasn't easy to spare one on such late notice. Plant the seeds there now, and you can return to harvest them later. Even with soil, sunlight, and a bit of magic, they will take time to grow.
Ale machała łapami.
Let's see how to balance my star thistle.
Dittany's restorative properties make it a vital ingredient in the Wiggenweld potion, as you all should know from Professor Sharp's class.
Co, czekamy? Kapa.
Well done! Once it can be harvested, your dittany will be ready to use in Wiggenweld potion. I'll let Professor Sharp tell you about that. Now, what say we branch out? Introduce you to a different sort of flora, the Chinese chomping cabbage.
Chińska kąsająca kapusta.
Some plants are better suited to uses outside of a cauldron. The cabbages do get testy without something to chew. Fortunately, I have a dummy for them to gnaw on. Be a dear and let them have a good chomping.
Yes, Professor.
They're in the other greenhouse. It's just at the end of the footbridge leading out of this room. Your classmate, Mr. Pruitt, has kindly offered to accompany you. Come back and see me when you're finished. Oh, and mind your fingers. They do bite.
Gabriel, moje jaja.
Hello. Saw you on your way to Hogsmeade the other day. Nice to meet you. I'm Leander. I'll be showing you the Chinese chomping cabbages. Nice work in defending the dark arts, by the way.
Excuse me?
Your duel with Sebastian. And he's good. Thinks he's... Here we
Nie
are.
tylko jego zmieszczę.
Home of the Chinese chomping cabbage.
Revelio.
Go. Now, see that dummy? Just toss the cabbages at it. They'll...
Zamknij ryja, typie, ja tutaj itemy zbieram. Znaczy zioła.
Look at that. They'll chomp on anything they can get their mouths on. Mum planted some in her garden last year to keep the gnomes out.
Zamknij twarz.
Did save her the
What
gnome,
do I need to
but
do?
Garlic said she wanted you to help her the cabbages. Give them some time to chomp and whatnot.
Już dałem.
Nothing to it, really. Just toss some of those Chinese chomping cabbages out. You'll see fairly quickly why we call them that. Vicious little bastards, aren't they? My kind of plants. Not like stupid booba tubers and bouncing bulbs. The kind of plants that just have your back in a fight.
Nice.
Not saying you can't go it alone, but, well, imagine that wasn't a dummy.
I suppose they could prove useful outside of the greenhouse. Nothing wrong with a bit of backup, even if it is from a cabbage.
It's chaos out there. Trolls in Hogsmeade and such. You can't be above throwing a cruciferous vegetable if necessary. Dogweed and deathcap has more of them, if you're keen. Other plants too. Ones your parents wouldn't plant in the garden. You get the idea. Anyway, we probably ought to head back to class.
Gościu,
Take your time. I'll see you back in class.
my praktycznie wróciliśmy przez drzwi. A ty mi mówisz, że wracamy do klasy.
A reminder as to why we should always...
The best time to plant a seed is last season. The second best time is now.
I tended to the Chinese chomping cabbages, Professor.
Remarkable plants, aren't they? I hope they weren't too much trouble. Oh, don't see any bite marks or missing digits. And good, as you do seem to be quite green-fingered. Oh, I'm
Propos ręki do roślin.
the soil continue to blossom.
Był taki okres, że moja babcia była w domu spokojnej starości. No i ktoś musiał podlewać kwiatki w jej domu, nie? I co 3 dni chodziłem. I wiecie, że jakiś kwiatek, nie powiem wam jaką ma nazwę, nie? Ale babcia jak już wróciła z domu spokojnej starości, patrzy i pierwszy raz, kurwa, w życiu widziała, że ta roślina rozkwitła w jakiś tam kwiatek, nie? Że miała kwiatki, kurwa. Tak tylko jakieś tam roślinki, znaczy rośliny. Że były tylko te... No, jak to się mówi, nie gałęzie, tylko... No dobra, wiecie co chodzi, po prostu były tylko listki gdzieś tam na boki, nie? A ja przez to, że podwiewałem to w miarę regularnie, to rozkwitło w kwiat. A co najlepsze, wyrosło też z dołu doniczki. Wiecie, jak jest w doniczce małe otwarcie na dole, to jeszcze urosło od dołu i od góry. Taką mam, kurwa, rękę do roślin.
Magical plants have so much to offer. I'm eager to learn more.
I'm glad. Herbology is a bounteous subject. Tend to your garden.
Gardoka, nie powiedziałem.
Tend to you. Huh. Well, I suppose that's everything. Do come by for a chat sometime. I so enjoy checking in with my new students.
Dobra, zarobiła nas na randkę. Jest progres. No, griazią.
We must first understand.
I do wonder about Professor Fig. He's hardly ever in his classroom. Most strange.
To bardzo dziwne.
Potions is one of the most challenging and hazardous subjects
Dyrektor,
taught
nie?
at school. As 5th years, you will be required to reach new heights of both discipline
Czy nie?
and intellect.
Znaczy podobny.
You will begin this term by brewing a Wigan-Weld potion. Mr. Takar, can you tell us why this particular potion might come in handy?
Yes, Professor Sharp. The Wiggenweld potion can be used to sterilize and even heal a variety of injuries.
It can heal some injuries, but not all. Point for Ravenclaw. Before today's class is completed, each of you will have brewed a Wiggenweld potion of your own. You never know when you might need it. Please begin.
To tłumaczę, jak to się robi? Bo to nie jako nauczyciel, nie? Okej. Kątem, pod jakim kątem wrzucić te składniki?
Use a strong, even motion when crushing your ingredients. Please be meticulous when adding powder to your potions. One errant sneeze could be disastrous.
Jaka muzyka w ogóle.
I see most of you have not forgotten how to stir. Not an easy potion to brew. Well done. And from what I hear of your recent exploits in Hogsmeade, you'd also do well to practice brewing the defensive Edurus potion. Professor
Obronny?
Weasley had you acquire the recipe from J. Pippins, correct?
Yes, sir.
Good. For the moment, you can find the ingredients you need in my office. But in the future, you'll be expected to provide your own ingredients.
Bardzo dobrze.
Some can be harvested
Gabry chyba wody.
you grow in your herbology class, and rarer ones can be purchased. Others, however, may be harder to obtain, and will require you to be a bit more resourceful. Come and see me when you've finished brewing, and we'll see if it was skill or luck the first time round.
Revelio.
Should you chop the dittany or crush it? The wrong.
Professor.
Nie! Kurde, chciałem...
You should have collected the ingredients from my office and finish your potion, and then return to me.
Nie z nim wciągać, tylko tą książkę... to wziąć. Mogę je zmienić? Bez jaj.
My parents considered keeping me home from school.
Did I hear Professor Sharp say that you have permission to go into his office?
He did say that. He wants me to get more ingredients.
Ty pewnie chciał, że coś ukradł stamtąd.
You, my friend, have been presented with an extraordinary opportunity. I'm Gareth, by the way. Gareth Weasley. Bit of a prodigy with potions, if I do say so myself.
Weasley?
Pleasure to meet you. Wait, are you related to Professor Weasley?
She's my aunt. Keeps too close an eye on me for comfort. Ugh. But she can't be everywhere.
Zwróćcie uwagę, że dużo tutaj osób ma biegi na twarzy?
Brain can brew an Edurus potion. I'm working on something that's certain to be spectacular. I'm just missing one tiny last ingredient that will add that extra spark.
I suspect that's where I come in.
You're as clever as I'd hoped. I simply need a single Fwooper feather. As you'll already be in Sharp's office with his permission, perhaps you could grab it for me.
I'll get you the Fwooper feather, as long as you're certain Sharp won't miss it.
I assure you he won't. Fwooper feathers aren't that valuable. Wait until you see what I'm brewing. Hurry back to me when you have the feather.
Gabriel, ty wiesz?
Your potion should not.
Notka służbowa. Borgi Booker. W sklepie Borgina i Burkesta chodzi do zwiększonej aktywności poza zwyczajowymi godzinami pracy, szczególnie bardzo częstym rankingiem na tył sklepu docierałem kolejne dostawy. Bardziej osiadam wiedzę na temat reputacji sklepu, zwiększamy liczbę aurorów. Jaka będzie obsługiwać ten przybytek? Zaczynam dla ciebie do tego zdania. Czego na dalsze rozkazy?
Revelio.
Właśnie, ja chyba jakąś nową szatę zdobyłem. Nie teraz, tylko wcześniej. A, zblokowane. 13 level. Do Gary, wygogluj.
Here's the Fwooper feather you wanted.
Brilliant! Thank you! This is going to take a moment to brew. You should get back to brewing your Edurus potion, and I'll tell you when this concoction's finished.
Proficiency in potions are two things that cannot be rushed. Have patience and be thorough.
To czekam 30 sekund. To wygląda jakby skarpetki tu wrzucił. Myślicie, że warto skończyć po piwko? Jak już gadamy o ważeniu mikstur? No trzeba piwkiem sobie manę odnawiać, jak w Gotiku, nie? Ile to było? Plus 5? Od plus 10?
And now we add the mallow sweet, and... That's odd. What's happening? Wait, it's not supposed to... Ah!
Get it! Professor Sharp must have heard a lot during his time.
Dragon Dog! What happened?
Well done, Gareth.
Professor Sharp said that Wiggenweld potion can treat injuries.
Sorry, Professor.
That'll be points from Gryffindor. Again. Mr. Weasley did...
I brewed an Edurus potion, as you asked, Professor.
I'm surprised you had the time. You seemed rather busy helping Mr. Weasley brew chaos.
I'm sorry, Professor. I was merely trying to help a friend.
Taking responsibility for one's actions does go a long way with me. I shall assume that you've learnt a lesson. As for the work you did today at your own cauldron, I will say you've done well. I confess I was skeptical given the vast nature of this class and the fact you're a new student.
I'm glad I was able to meet your expectations.
A rare occurrence. And you do well to remember that you're not a potions master quite yet. In addition to having a solid grasp of how to combine various ingredients, you should gain an understanding of the ingredients themselves. Pay particular attention in herbology. The plants you nurture there are often essential to the potions you brew here. Now, I recommend that you find a safe location in which to practice brewing. You cannot leave a hot cauldron simply anywhere. That'll be all. I think each of us has had enough excitement for one day. Class is dismissed.
No dobrze.
Ugh, my robes are going to reek from Gareth's inspiration for the rest of term.
No i tego kurwa nie zrobią, nie? No ja pierdolę.
For some assistance.
Hello? Can I help you?
Ej, to czemu geniusz? Tu byś tego rozum wycała?
Yes. My name is Grace Pinch Smedley. Of the Bath Pinch Smedleys. I was hoping someone would come along soon. I was about to defy my father's wishes and would never have forgiven myself. You see, I need to retrieve something from the bottom of the lake. Might you be the one to help me?
Marszal Aida ci odpowiedziała.
Co kurwa?
Diving into the lake sounds like an adventure. Tell me more.
Splendid. Precisely the response I'd hoped for.
What do you need help retrieving?
Years
Nie
ago,
dośmieję, ale timing był perfekcyjny.
who fancied himself quite the astronomer, set sail from Hogsmeade Station for what was meant to be a quick stargazer.
Marszal dostaniesz. Jak zobaczę donate'a za 5 zeta minimalnie.
Returned.
I'm so sorry. What happened to them?
We can't be sure. We only know that neither they nor their boat made
Ale zróbmy taki deal. Ja ci dam donate'a 5 zeta za to, że że mogę brać udział w personie trzeciej z tobą.
our family from setting foot on or in
IQ 200, kurwa.
ever again. A treasured family astrolabe vanished with them that night. If you could dive down and retrieve it, I may be able to bring my father some peace.
No Marcia, no to widzisz, no nie mój problem. Ale powiem wam ciekawostkę, raz było coś takiego, że dałem donate'a vampirowi na YouTubie, nie? I chyba 5 zeta. Ja do niego, że no, skoro dałem ci 5 zeta, to widzisz mi 5 zeta.
Co kurwa?
Ken, już wiem. Marszal, warto skoczyć po piwko, czy nie?
What exactly is an astrolabe?
It's an astonishing ancient navigational tool. Essentially a handheld model of the universe. It's mainly used for studying the stars, astronomical pursuits, but it has nearly 1,000 uses. Fascinating device. Sadly, I'd imagine it's rusted beyond repair now. Still, we'd love to have it returned to us. It would be like getting a bit of my grandparents back.
You seem to think I might have heard of the Bath Pinch Smedleys. Why would I know of your family?
That's like asking why the sky is blue.
No, a właściwie dałem mu chyba 3 razy
The
tyle.
Smedley name is synonymous with intellectual curiosity. We are known for our contributions to science and art. I'm surprised you haven't heard of us, frankly. But with all I plan to discover about the world around us, those that don't yet know the name certainly one day will.
It sounds dangerous, especially for something of mere sentimental value.
I understand. But I'd be forever grateful. Of course,
Ale już moja postać nie potrafi oddychać pod wodą, aż mnie nauczy.
Zabieram bogatym
everything
i
else you
daję
found
tutaj.
would be all
Marszal,
yours.
50
I've
złotych.
cross-referenced the vessel's
Notacja
last alleged location against the lake's topography,
Dzięki, Marszal.
depth charts, and tide schedule.
Zabierasz
My
bogatym.
guess is that it's just over there, about a furlong from the dock.
Content donate.
It would be
Ślepy?
wonderful to have my grandfather.
Marszal, nie oczekiwałem, że weźmiesz to na serio.
I do hope you find the astrolabe. It would mean so much to our family.
Sounds as if her astrolabe is just northeast of the dock. I should dive down and see.
Ja najpierw podejdę do... Znaczy w sumie do tego questa, ale... Przy tym typie jest chyba ta... Jak to się mówi? No, teleport do odblokowania. Żeby mógł w razie czego wrócić tutaj, nie? Tak na szybko. No i dokładnie.
It is good to see you, my friend.
Cicho, kobieto. Nie gadam z tobą. Dobra. Pogadamy jeszcze z tym typem i ogarniemy wtedy tą miejscówkę na jeziorze. Ten quest w jeziorze.
Pardon me, is everything all right?
Hardly. I've just lost my
Marszal bez żartu. Konę wariat.
I've nothing to sell now. I never thought it'd come to
A nie,
this.
wiecie co jest ironiczne?
Be on your guard. Ranrock and his loyalists will spare no one.
They attacked you.
Oh, Ranrock
Teraz
has
skoczę
no
gadać.
patience for goblins who won't join him. While I too would like to see goblin kind treated by wizards as equals, bloodshed is not the answer. When I said as much, they turned on me, struck me till I nearly passed out. Took my carts, my belongings, even that which is most
Kątem, bo takim bym kątem nie patrzył, masz rację.
You mentioned that your paintings were taken.
Rozpierdziela mnie to, nie?
I am. It's my calling, though most would think it an unusual path for a goblin. Most of my family work in metal, or associated with Gringotts. I'd wager my
Kątem mówi się tu nowy. Czy bezimienny bohater.
And it'll be tossed aside for kindling. Without my carts and my livelihood, who knows when I'll be able to paint again.
Has Ranrock's lot ever attacked you like this before?
Znaczy, Marszal, nie wiem, czy mi odpowiedziałeś. Warto skoczyć po piwko?
For a while now. But they've always
Czyli warto.
believed that violence is the only way to get what they want.
Za twoje zdrówko, kapa.
Taken a much darker turn of late. Ranrock is getting more powerful, and his loyalists know it. They feel untouchable. Ranrock assumed that all goblins would agree to follow him, but he was wrong. Many of us would like a diplomatic end to the discord with wizard kind.
I'm sorry this happened to you. I shall certainly keep an eye out for your carts.
That is very kind of you, but I think they took them to their camp southwest of here, just past some ruins.
To jest śmieszne, że nie Staszek.
Try and retrieve them. I did enchant the carts to return to me if I ever lost them, however. Slim though the chances may be, I'm holding out hope that some of what was taken is returned to me.
Dobra, to co? Do jeziora, nie?
I wish it had been under...
Pół celu przewóz, fajna nazwa questa. Zadorpie jezioro Hogwartu, odszukaj Astrolabim. Skąd to jest? Dobra.
This must be where the Pinch Smedley family astrolabe is.
Czy tyle?
I trust you didn't find the dive too terribly difficult.
Wiesz, kobieto, nie wiem jak ty, ale ja nurkować potrafię, nie?
Hello, Grace. I followed your bearings on a dive in the Black Lake.
Ty lepiej?
Oh, how incredible!
Czyli peleryna.
Did you find the astrolabe?
I did. I hope it makes your father happy.
It will. I can't wait to see his face. Thank you so much for doing this for me. And for my family. You do well to keep an eye out for more spots to dive. A diver of your caliber is certain to find all sorts of things down there. Thank you again. And I do hope you keep diving. You certainly have a knack for
Nie, bez kitu, naprawdę lepszy strój według mnie niż ta peleryna cały czas. Jedna i ta sama. Znaczy, może później znowu ubiorę pelerynę, a na razie mi się podoba taki wygląd... poszukiwaczki przygód? Znaczy, ja wiem, że to jest magiczny świat, ale... Plotki? Czy nie ma drugiego? Person drugiej?
After what Ranrock did to that goblin... Hello, Natty. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. I was there, and I saw what happened with Rookwood and Harlow at the Three Broomsticks. I have been worried about you.
I'm all right at the moment.
If you don't mind my asking, why were they looking for you?
Lejaj.
They want something that Professor Fig and I found at Gringotts.
When were you at Gringotts?
Just before we came to Hogwarts. In fact, it's why I was late to the sorting ceremony. A portkey brought us there after the dragon attacked our carriage.
What on earth?
There's one more thing. It's a bit odd, if I'm honest. Professor Fig says I have a rare connection to a powerful form of ancient magic.
What does that mean?
I'm still learning, but I can see traces of it. And I've cast magic I can't otherwise explain. I know that's a lot to absorb.
It is. And I will have more questions.
Masz akcentu której postaci? Bo dopiero teraz to odczytałem.
Threat to both of us, to all of us. Which is why I wanted to speak to you. Everyone has been talking about you defending Hogsmeade from that troll attack. And I shall never forget watching Serona stand up to Rookwood and Harlow in the Three Broomsticks.
Marsza, ja daję radę.
You have inspired me to take a stand of my own.
To co, zmieniała dubbing na japoński, nie?
Men like Rookwood and Harlow are the reason my mother and I left Matabeleland. I am not going to sit by and watch them destroy my new home.
Good. Rookwood and Harlow are a dangerous pair, and you should know that Rookwood is in league with Ranrock.
I had heard they were seen in Hogsmeade
A
together.
Marsza, czemu tą krukonkę pytałeś?
Be stopped. Rumor has it that Theophilus Harlow runs Rookwood's day-to-day operations, taking him down.
Wybrałem inteligencję po prostu, nie?
Entire enterprise.
That may be true.
Konda nie wiem, a jest?
But shouldn't Officer Singer handle someone like Harlow?
I spoke with her. She was polite, but perhaps understandably would not discuss details with a student. I overheard some of Rookwood's lot talking about a massive poaching operation that Harlow is planning. I was thinking that we could investigate a bit, try to get the evidence that Officer Singer needs.
All right. But how?
I am going to watch and listen, find out precisely what Harlow is up to.
Czyli w sumie nic nie będzie robiła i zostawi całą robotę na mnie.
In the meantime, remember, I am here if you need me.
Thank you, Natty.
Be on your guard.
Serio?
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was.
I beg your pardon. How dare you threaten me?
What's going on here?
No jest popularne. To nie jest jedyny quest, który został do, no właśnie, drużynie fabuły. Dobra, zrobimy go i najwyżej wtedy do tych goblinów pójdziemy.
They must have come this way. Think!
Bandyci?
I've no idea who it is you think I might have seen. I've been busy with my research. I do not have time to...
Victor Rookwood don't give a doxy's nip back your time.
Bandyci!
Speak of the devil. Mr. Rookwood would like a word with you.
A student? You can't be serious.
Enough out of you.
Leave her alone.
Stupefy!
Incendio!
You shouldn't be here. This is a fast way to get yourself killed. Do you know that? You will not survive this fight.
Powiedział mi, że nie przeżyje tej walki, zrobiliście to? To za żart. Co to?
Oh, watch the light go out of your eyes.
A, badać, tak, questa miałem zrobić 10 uników. Jest to znaczy? Do tyłu droga?
Ransom, hang on, expulse. We can hold them off.
I'm not going anywhere.
You take this! Leave it off of my dead body!
Incendio. Head in the clouds, this one.
Z niego w kurczaka, super.
Going after it! Child! What on earth just happened? I've never been accosted in such a manner, and so close to Hogwarts.
Are you all right?
Ale oddychamy, Jezu.
Thanks in no small part to your excellent defensive skills.
Murloc?
One or two Ashwinders were ready to dispatch me to get to you.
Ashwinders?
Victor Rookwood's thieves and extortionists, his little cronies. They seemed quite keen on you.
It's a long story, but thank you for your help.
Well, you've avoided them for the moment. Priya warned me things were getting dangerous. Best get moving on my research before they return.
You mentioned someone named Priya.
Yes, my wife. She's the one who piqued my interest in Merlin. Gave me a book when we were students at Hogwarts. Typical hard-working couple.
Kobieta ma żonę.
Brilliant potioneer. Has her own shop in Nocturne Alley. She's a travelling vendor. Hears what's going on in the Highlands before I do.
You're a researcher.
Nora Treadwell at your service. Historian and archaeologist specialising in Merlin's work and life.
Merlin. Of the legend of King Arthur.
The very same. Merlin attended Hogwarts, you know, and I'm studying some curious fixtures he left here centuries ago.
Fixtures?
These vine-covered pillars, dozens of them, all around the area. I've taken to calling them the Trials of Merlin. I believe he created them as a diversion for his fellow Slytherins. He was terribly fond of puzzles and enigmas.
I can see why you're so interested in Merlin. I'd be keen to know more about the trials.
Well then, I'll let you in on a little secret. No one has yet managed to figure out how they work. But I believe I have just unlocked a crucial clue. I suspect that Mallowsweet is an important component in getting the trials to...
Masz, lepszych głosów nie było. Bo można zmienić ton, ale wiesz, że ten ton się zmieniał dosłownie tak jakbyś, nie wiem, w Audacity zmienił pitch, albo w innej aplikacji do montowania na przykład. To sobie było słychać robotyczny głos, bo zmieniłeś pitch. Ja pierdolę. Marta, to nie jest tam.
That started me thinking, what if...
The Mallowsweet is meant to be placed at the center of the symbols.
Precisely. Would you care to do the honors? We can see what comes of our little hypothesis. I brought a trunk chock full of Mallowsweet with me. It's just over there by my tent.
This trunk?
Yes, take plenty, even if you already have some.
I have the Mallowsweet.
Lovely. Now, notice the vines on these pillars here, as well as a stone swell on
Incendio!
Each trial has these features. Place the Mallowsweet on the swell, and we'll see what happens.
Że można anulować, nie?
My word! Did you see that? The vines disappeared.
What should I do now?
Merlin! This is
Flames make the pyre sink.
I am curious.
Incendio!
Oni gadają, jak rozwiązać zagadkę, co robi PerKorn, rozwiązuje zagadkę.
How beautiful!
Geniusz!
What a day!
Revelio!
Hardly believe it.
I take it we can call that a success.
We can indeed. However, I now have even more questions. How does it work? I must review my notes. I may have missed something.
Are all of the trials like this one?
Oh, not precisely. Well, I think each has those telltale vines and the swirl on the ground. You should feel free to solve them as you come across them. I believe I have what I need to continue my research. My guess is that each will also require Mallowsweet, which you can find in Hogsmeade should you need more. I really must be off. Such a pleasure to meet you. And do be careful out here. Now,
Ja zaniuję swoją pocztę.
turn to the safety of my notes and books.
No jednak nie.